guys, so today I thought I'd talk about, actually I was just in my car, I start to think about things, and I started to think, what happened to this brand? What happened to that brand? And I thought, gosh, there's a lot of brands that have disappeared, and then I started thinking, gosh, this brand's going to go, I have a feeling this one's going to go next, or sometimes when I'm in Ulta, I'm like, gosh, their shelf space got so much smaller, so I thought I'd just talk about failed beauty brands, makeup and skincare, and then my predictions, so... Anyway, and feel free to leave your comments with your thoughts and sign up for my newsletter. Okay, so this is just a totally non-inclusive list of brands that I just realized have disappeared since the last time I really thought about them. One of them, Item Beauty, the Addison Rae skincare brand. They were at Sephora for a very short time. I believe they have disappeared. I had one product of theirs, and it wasn't that bad, but they're gone. So I always got them confused with the In Beauty Project. I don't know why. Those two brands, I always got them confused with each other. And one of them still exists and the other one not so much. So the other one, I realized when I looked at the Allure Beauty Box. I get it. It's a monthly beauty subscription box. I looked and they had a Sweet Chef product in their box. And I'm like, well, that's funny. Sweet Chef, what the heck happened to them? So then I go and look. Their website hasn't been updated. Their Instagram hasn't been updated in almost a year. And they used to be at Target and things, and now they've got like one or two products at Target left. So, safe to say they're not going to be around any longer. I think they were Glow Recipes, like sister cousin type brand. Kind of the way Peach Slices is to Peach and Lily. Sweet Chef was to Glow Recipe. They actually had some nice stuff. So, anyway, they just couldn't make it. Another one, this one's probably been gone for a little bit longer than I realized, J1. They made the Jelly Pack masks. Apparently, the owner had disputes with manufacturers, and they're going to focus on future brands and endeavors, but I don't know if anything's ever really come out since then. Marc Jacobs, they did a lot of makeup. They still do perfume, but they had a lot of makeup products that are pretty successful, and not anymore. Bad Habit. That was a brand, I think it was just discontinued after bad reviews. I didn't try anything, but I think they had like a mint face cleanser. It was full of like peppermint oil and things like that, so I didn't think they had the best reviews. And they, looks like they may be going under the name Alter Ego now. I don't know. Sunday Riley, they don't not exist now, but I was reminded they used to do makeup. They had a foundation, I think it was called The Influencer. They had some lipsticks, and now they're just relegated to skincare, but I don't know. They haven't done much lately, so I don't know. The brand NYC, they basically went bankrupt. Sonia Kashuk, they used to have makeup brand, but now they're only brushes. I think they're at Target, too. Now it's just brushes. Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. One of the first makeup products I ever tried was one of their lipsticks, which was, like, impossible to remove. Interestingly, it sounds like Sephora kind of had a hand in putting this brand out of business. They agreed to come to Sephora, and they had a contract and everything all set up. However, after that contract started to get put in place, Sephora kind of reneged on some of their things. The biggest thing was Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics could only sell in brick-and-mortar Sephoras, and then some disagreements started, and then it ended up being in the courts, fought legally, and once you start doing that, it's all downhill. And, yeah, they just couldn't recover. Keep Cool, the K-Beauty brand, they didn't last long after their sunscreen was proven to be fake, and they kind of started going after influencers for it, and it just kind of left everybody with a bad taste in their mouth. E-Nature is another one, K-Beauty brand with a balm. They used to be at like Kohl's and stuff. Dermatory is another one. Bite Beauty. Something happened. They changed to vegan, especially like their favorite agave lip products, and nobody liked them, and they never recovered from that. I don't know why they couldn't make something successful, because Summer Friday's lip balm is vegan. It's amazing, but something with that. They may still have lip labs in some areas, but I'm not sure. That was probably as of a year or two ago. Nude. Remember anybody would remember Nude skincare? They were around right when I first started getting a skincare, that an oil and like a fizzy face wash. I really liked it. It was founded by Bono's wife, Allie Houston. It was at Sephora for a short time. They were going to rebrand and never came back. This is my prediction for future brands that I see the end maybe coming soon. Smashbox. Anybody notice? They haven't really been talked about much. Their space continues to diminish in stores, and they just haven't really they haven't really done anything that anybody wants to talk about lately. So, kind of seems like the writing's on the wall, but maybe you guys know more than I do. Another one, Stilla. That brand's another one that I think of along with Smashbox. Their space at Sephora keeps diminishing and getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I started seeing more and more of their products clearance stuff at TJ Maxx or Marshall's or in beauty boxes. So that's another one I think the writing's on the wall for. Dr. Robux, they're a skincare brand. They've rebranded at least one time. And they're at Sephora for a while, and I actually liked a lot of their stuff. I really enjoyed. Some of their stuff was expensive for what it was, but they had some really nice stuff, and once they kind of slowly went out of Sephora, I just don't know that they're going to be able to recover after that. But they have rebranded at least once, so who knows. So once in a while, I still see their old brand from their first brand style at TJ Maxx. I'm like, that's got to be at least 5 or 6 years old, because they remodel and rechange all their packaging. Dermageek is another one. It used to be I used to remember I thought it was at Walmart and Target, and now when I did a search, it doesn't seem like it's in any of the stores. It might be just online now. I had some hopes for that one because it's like an affordable drugstore brand that was pretty friendly for sensitive skin, but had some nice actives in their stuff, but I think something just failed with the audience and they just didn't like it. I like some of their stuff, but Beauty Counter, that's an MLM brand. They're at Sephora for a while. They failed there. They're at Ulta now. They're failing there. I'm not sad to see them go. They're a very predatory brand in my opinion. And their products are expensive for what they are. This one, leave your comments and thoughts. Clarins. I don't know. Clarins, when's the last time they released anything really revolutionary? I wonder if they have an older customer base, because they're still in some of the department stores, I have to think. So maybe I'm not quite in with their, their focused brand, what their focus is. I'm probably not in that market. Maybe it's older people. I don't know. So I just have a feeling it's going to fade away soon. But that one, you know what I mean? I haven't seen a lot from them in 10 years, so maybe that means they'll be around another 10. Who knows? Kula, sunscreen brand. For a long time, they're getting a lot of hype. They're at Sephora. They were at Ulta. Now they're not at Sephora anymore. At Ulta, it seems like they're slowly fading away. Their releases tend to show up at TJ Maxx. I have a feeling it's difficult being a sunscreen-based brand because all of your products from the second you manufacture them are ticking in terms of how long they can be used, and then it's garbage. And if you don't get rid of it or sell it, it's total loss. So I have a feeling it's hard to be in on just that as your market. Glam Glow. I feel like there's a lot of people that probably love that brand and love a couple products from them, but I haven't really seen them do anything interesting recently. A lot of their stuff that they have released up until now is pretty narrow margin, or it's just too niche, and it just doesn't really, they started release serums and things, and a lot of them were full of alcohol and fragrance, and then they're pretty expensive. So I have a feeling that's a brand. I think they're at Sephora, and I don't think they're there any longer. Here's another one, Ico Beauty. I tend to notice their stuff is always on sale wherever I see it, and it's not at a lot of places, or it seems to be in beauty boxes. So, and they're mostly like mascara and eyeliner. So, yeah, nothing too interesting or unique there. Cover FX Cosmetics, and I have a soft spot in my heart for Cover FX because I really love some of their stuff. They were really innovative coming out with some of their mix-in drops and things like that, but they seem to keep somehow chugging along without getting a lot of hype. So maybe there's a few dedicated customers that will still buy their stuff no matter what, but it just seems like a lot of their stuff, once they've released it, it seems to clearance out fast. So they had some some foundations, and they didn't hit, and then they were clearanced out, and they seem to keep chugging along. So, excuse me. Wet n Wild Cosmetics, they used to be like a Walmart and things like that. And once in a while, they used to have some really fun and interesting products, but it seems like they have stayed in the past and not really done anything interesting for the future. So I have a feeling that brand may be fading out slowly, especially with that price point that they're at. It's tough to stay there, especially with costs and things going up. So, and I have a feeling people aren't really willing to pay more for a brand that's Walmart. Another one, KVD. It used to be Kat Von D Beauty. They got rid of Kat Von D for some reasons. Then they rebranded it. And it's a brand that's owned by Sephora's brand, where I think they also own like Rare Beauty and a few other brands. This is another brand I noticed their shelf space slowly shrinking and not much else exciting coming out of them. And then a few other ones, you know, that I see maybe on the horizon. Anastasia Beverly Hills. They used to have all these exciting eyeshadow palettes and things like that, and trendy products, and it just seems like their trend just hasn't been hitting lately. Indie Lee, they're a skincare-based brand with some products I really like, but it's another brand where they used to be at Sephora. I don't think they are anymore, at least in the U.S., and it seems like their products are just not getting the hype or attention. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad brand, but it's hard to compete when marketing is done by everyday people. What's another one? Jour Cosmetics, and I love their powder, but this is another brand where I slowly see their stuff kind of creeping away from the major stores and getting more focused on the website. So the writing might be on the wall for that one. Nude Sticks. They started out with, their product was a lipstick, it was a cheek highlighter, a blush, eyeshadow, all in one. Then they branched out into more and more products, and they branched out into skincare, and their skincare was fragrancy and just terrible. So that's one, I think they may have overstepped their bounds and perhaps hurt their bottom line by doing that. One Size by Patrick Starr. They're at Sephora. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I tried one of their things. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. But nothing that got me excited. Laura Geller, that's a makeup brand that's... I love the Diamond Dust highlighter that they have, but everything else, it seems like, continually is on clearance and things like that. And then two last ones, because they're both owned by the same company, Pipette and Biossance. Pipette and Biossance were owned by Amyris. They went into bankruptcy. They're also in like this artificial sugar was their main thing. But they went bankrupt, and Pipette got bought by somebody, and Biossance got by the Hut Group. And since then, Biossance came with a new product that I didn't love. It was very expensive, and I just don't think they're going to be able to do anything. And Pipette's another one. Maybe. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling come this time next year, we won't see much of either of them. So those are my thoughts and predictions. I'm more curious what you guys are noticing out there. So there's so many skincare brands. It's insane. I mean, this list from failed brands could have been even longer. I mean, I could have mentioned like Becca and things like that, or the Estee Edit. Prescriptives, I mean, there's tons of them that have gone out of business, but these are my predictions. So leave your thoughts and predictions below. Curious what your thoughts are. And I will see you guys more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.